Hello guys, you are welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do before you attend any interview, whether it is online or offline. All right. Now, enough about the talks about what to do during your interview. I want us to focus on how we can actually prepare for our interviews and smash them like crazy. How you can attend an interview and the recruiters can't stop thinking about you. Okay. Now, the first step is to research the industry as if your entire life depends on it. So you need to research the industry like crazy. Who knows? Maybe your entire life depends on it. All right. So make sure you research it across all platforms. So research a particular industry and the company that you are attending that interview with across all platforms. Twitter, which is now called X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even TikTok. Okay. Now, don't just research about the company, research their competitors, research their competitors' operations and marketing. I repeat, operations and marketing, very important. And learn as much as you possibly can. Learn as much strategies as you possibly can from their competitors. Okay. Now, don't just learn about their competitors, make sure you know them. So if you are attending an interview from a company A, make sure you know at least five, competitors from that industry, from that particular company. Make sure you know at least five of them by heart. Like you can actually name them by heart, okay? And again, highlight which competitors are doing better than them in your area of specialization. Let's assume you are a social media manager. So highlight which competitors are actually doing better when it comes to social media engagement or when it comes to growing their social media channels. Make sure you're able to highlight them and what exactly they are doing better than your current company. Okay. Now, there's something that I always do when I want to prepare for a gig. I come up with at least 20 possible questions. 20 possible questions that I will be asked in the interview. And I always have a clear plan to answer all of these questions brilliantly without stuttering. All right. So have a plan that you can actually apply to answer at least 20 questions. Don't stop. Don't stop until you've written down 20 possible questions that they can ask you. All right. And then after this, you know, plan on answering this question. Do you have any questions for us? I've observed that most recruiters, after interviewing you, they usually ask you this question, or when you are done with the interview, they ask you this question. All right, do you have any questions for us? Okay, so you want to make sure you plan how to answer a question like this. Don't worry, in my next series of videos, I'm going to show you how to answer a question like this. Okay, now you need to tailor your CV. Before they call you for an interview, you need to tailor your CV. Only add experiences that are in line with the job you are applying for. All right. Try as much as possible to remove irrelevant stuff, such as the primary school you attended. All right. Some of those things are no longer needed in your CV. So try as much as possible to tailor your CV to the experiences and the skill sets that are in line with this job that you are applying for. Also, remember, it's not everything you add to your portfolio or to your CV. Don't try to be a jack of all trades. Don't try to be a jack of all trades. It's going to make your chances slimmer. Okay. Now, before that interview you're about to attend, before the interview you're about to attend, please, I beg you, make sure you sleep well the previous night. Studies have shown that sleeping well actually makes you think better. All right. So before any interview, make sure you sleep well so that you can actually think better. Okay. Finally, don't prepare for the interview on the day of the interview. Don't prepare for your job interview on the day of the interview. Always prepare at least 48 hours to the interview. Always prepare for your interviews at least 48 hours to the interview and review your preparations. So after preparing for the interview 48 hours to the interview, review your preparations 24 hours to the interview. All right. The biggest mistake you can ever make when preparing for a gig or applying for an interview is to apply, or is to prepare the day of the interview. All right. I hope you learned something. I really hope you learned something. I hope you are going to smash your next interview. All right. See you on the other side.